Okay. Hello, my name is Grace, and welcome to hopefully a Let's Play, or not a Let's Play, a stream that is working. And I have done no promotion for the stream. I am aware. Shush. I just want to do a video tonight, and I did record a video, but rather than being like Riverview, because in my head I was kind of like, Riverview, I kind of want to give a week off again. I've been doing weird stuff, so I'm gonna try to do some more weird stuff. I'm gonna plug in my phone for a second. So Skitty Skylines. City Skylines has kind of been what I've been like interested in and obsessed with, and I realized I should probably turn on my ring light. I'm a professional. So I want to talk about City Skylines because it's been a really fun game and I enjoy it. So we're going to pull that up. I'm actually kind of surprised that everything went ahead and loaded in time, because so far what I've played City Skylines with, it is normally been it's been on my other computer. I'm going to agree. Do I have to show and then agree to the notice? Yep, I totally read it. I don't care who's online. Back to game, please. Agree. Turn down my volume to 2 because that is the way that I like it. So, yeah. We're going to show the legal disclaimer as is required and then agree. So, City Skylines has been out since 2015, which is pretty cool. And I have no game on this because I just downloaded it on this computer. The world that I'm most familiar with is going to be, I believe, the Diamond Coast, because that is because I got introduced to City Skylines and I've been following the lovely tutorial of City Planner Plays. So I'm actually gonna spice it up and try one of the expansions. Why not? So it looks like the expansion I have, oh, you can choose scenarios. I'm not doing that because I'm not smart enough for that. I'm gonna choose Marble Canyon because that seems really cool. And Lakedale is, oh, we don't have ship connections. Okay, well, I'm not smart enough to do ships. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got to the highway in my personal game, which is literally just the tutorials from City Planner Plays. We can also do Green Peaks. Green Peaks is the first one, so why not do Green Peaks? Let's hope that I can actually do this. I'm planning to hopefully stream until I want to say like 6 o'clock, 6:30, but I have waters. I have 2 waters, and I'm hoping that that will help. I adore my water. So there's weather effects, which I should be able to turn off. Oh, hi, Miss Danny. Okay, actually, I haven't done a stream in so long. I'm just like, yeah, let me chat back. Why not? Hi, Miss Danny. It's wonderful seeing you. I'm sorry I did no promotion for this. I've just been really obsessed with City Skylines, and so I figure, why not play it some? So we're paused. That is one of the most important things in City Skylines. And I know that in my video with, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting? I'm just stressed, apparently. In my Zoe video, I say, like, why can't we have, like, commands that actually, like, align for everyone? Like, it would be very nice if all the video game commands, like, actually lined up. Because I know that my first time playing City Skylines, I didn't know how to move around, but I figured it out. And so it's the WASDA, as I am now calling it. I just want to connect these. Why is that too short? What have you done to me? I was scared to start in another map. I know I should have just done my tutorial. I actually might do that because I actually know where to start. But I also think part of the fun is like, I think, oh my goodness, I don't know why I can't do just a beginning road that I am 100% going to delete. I don't know why that's so difficult for me. Hey, we have a road now. So I mean, I can do other things, hopefully. So what I actually want my roads to do is I want the one-way, because I do like the one-way look, and I'm going to do the one-way. And the thing that I learned about the one-way is that it matters the direction of which you draw the highway. I am accidentally still on curve. I'm not good. I think part of the joy of video games is like learning how to play things. So I like going ahead and doing it in this kind of way. Oh my gosh, the view is so pretty. I would have never realized that. I'm just so stressed and trying to be entertaining right now. But the way that you draw the roads very much is important, which was a cool thing for me to learn. So back to two-way roads, and in the tutorial of Cindy Planner Plays, he says it's very important. It's very important to just start small. And I can easily start small. So can I connect? Why can't I don't understand why I can't connect these to each other. So instead, I'm going to try like this way. I know that you could have to do 10 tiles out. It's as far as you can go. So I am just going to follow that logic and create like a fully functional grid. And I think like this isn't too bad to start a city. Like I do kind of want to get the refund because I would like the crosswalk to be at the place that we expect it to be, of like right here. And I don't know why it won't work, but I actually argue that it could be interesting to do like the 200 out, do the 300 like this, and just not have the cross be there. Instead, doing it in another way, like so, to go ahead and create this kind of like effect where we have, what you might call it. I'm apparently forgetting, but rather than having like the intersection, which won't look the way that I want it to, we can have it this way, so it will look the way I want it to, which means that people do have to drive down to here to turn. However, I think that's kind of fine. Like, I think that works. So I'm happy with that. Oh shit, time. I had it paused, but somehow I unpaused it. That does sound like me. So what's this? Oh, it's like a rock. That's cute. So I can either pollute the ocean or I can pollute down here when it comes to my water. I think for my water, my first decision is the water drain. I'm going to put here, and I'm going to put the water pumping a distance away. And actually, one of the things I like trying to do is add a custom space on pauses. That's my problem. So I'm gonna put down actually, I just like that. It's fine. I'm gonna put down a windmill for both of the water connections, so they both have their own funding. Actually, this is kind of nice because this is doing both of them. So that works for me. Then we have the water pipe that we will connect to, build are under road systems. So, because I will say I have such a tendency to forget to do my roads. And I know, see, they say the best way is to do like a draw. And I think that I agree with just doing the smallest connection right now, because I think that that will work. For my electricity, the thing I am scared about is that with the Diamond Coast, the way that I normally do it, is that I have it in a situation where like I have my resources on the left because that's like a great place for them to be. However, here I have not played before, and so I am not sure. And I would like this to kind of be like a party area. So what I'm actually thinking is taking my dirt road and just ignoring the topography. And doing a perfect 90-degree angle, hopefully, and doing my power station, which I remember I don't need to draw my road that much. Great point. It's not actually that noisy or polluting. So sorry, I just stress, obviously. So we're gonna do the coal plant. No, it's the oil plant. Oh, it's the coal. I'm right. So I know that it says, at least City Planner Plays says that commercial can withstand like the noise and pollution more. But I do like having my electricity a little bit a ways. And my best tip I have for electricity is make sure it goes over the highway. Then once it goes over the highway, connect it immediately. That's like very important. So I'm actually going to do zoning now. I just do want to fill these regularly, so that's perfect. And then I know that residential will be my biggest demand, but I'm not exactly sure where I want it right now. So, because I'm thinking it'd be really cool if we went out to the water, right? So, first off, connect my waterway. Very important. Next, I don't have topography still, which is annoying because I would like to respect the topography. That's something the City Planner Place says a lot. So I like the idea of having like transportation or something along this way. I think that's really cool. However, I am dumb because one of the most important things that I know is getting in a expressway to our not our residential, but to our little guys in industrial. Because I know that industrial is always going to be a big area that is important. I think that destroyed our electricity. So we'll just fix that up. Make it look cuter. So I want this possibly, I think having a port here would be kind of cool. I think having people like living, it'd be kind of cool if we set it up in a way that like this is like the downtown and then this is like the uptown where the people actually are. I don't think we have a bridge. I know the game is paused. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to figure out a decision super quick. Do we have bridges? Like, if I just, like, try to draw across, I can. Okay. So, I'm just gonna draw across. And that's gonna work. See? Gorgeous. We can make it look cuter later. And actually, my argument is that we shouldn't have two. We should do the dirt road combining, because I think that will be the most effective way to save money. So, like, have a dirt road combine to them, and then... Oh, I can't go in the middle. Okay. That's actually fine. Can I draw something close to the middle? Because I think this gets us close to the middle, which would make me happy. And then at that point, we can set it up. Ooh. To possibly, so we can connect it like that, but then the problem is it's like, oh, we don't have enough to actually connect like that, which is frustrating. However, I think that if we do a curve, I might be able to make it work, because if we curve it, no, it says a curve won't work. I don't believe you. I think a curve does work. Or can we do a curve or then like a straight? Yes, we can. So we can make that look better later. However, that's going to work for now. And we're going to go back to our two-way, which is going to work perfectly. And we can do the dirt road. So I'm going to do 400. Oh, the bridge is actually really cute. The bridge that they did spontaneously is really cute. So I'm going to do the 200 out. I'm thinking maybe we make the blocks for the neighborhood a little bit shorter. I think that might be cool. So then a problem occurs that this is super hella far away. So we can do that for connection. And then we have water. So water, I'm going to start planning down here because I think that will be the most effective thing I can decide. So I'm going to have us start now because I think it should be fine and the building should help with the electricity. So now I'm going to keep it on low speed. And I'm going to keep constructing residential. And hopefully I did it in a way that won't cause us to lose all our money right away. I'm just going to keep going with this neighborhood expansion and hope that that works in our favor. Because ideally it should. Ideally it should. I'm only doing 10 tile by 10 tile neighborhoods just to make it like a little bit different when it comes in terms to like the more commercial over here. Baby girl, why does it say you don't have electricity? Because I need to drag it to like here. Okay, cool. So that should now give them electricity. And with water, everyone is currently covered. Super important. So I'm just going to keep expanding this. I'm really worried that I won't be able to be entertaining as I am just like talking about expanding. But I don't know. I think that I can do this and I hopefully won't run out of water. We are getting a lot of residents, which is great. So I am very happy about that. I have a question that I think I am dumb. I possibly just realized, can I, like, perfectly do this as, like, a figure 8? Yeah, I can do a figure 8. Oh my gosh, perfect. Love figure 8s. So we're gonna expand the water some more. And now I'm going to hopefully wait for us to construct a little bit more because we are kind of on the precipice of losing money. So if I'm going to do anything, one thing that I would like to do... Why do we have scary ass music? This isn't scary. I'm doing fine. I'm so good at what I'm doing, right, game? Don't play the scary ass music. I don't know. See, the sound effects really freak me out. So I'm going to fix this up later when we have money. However, right now, this is what's going to work. And I'm going to put commercial all in there. And hopefully we have enough that everything should be working. We are incredibly losing money right now, which is stressful, but I think that'll work. We have our water everywhere. I think now is just the time that we are about to start getting like all that money, which is really cool. Oh my gosh, this is 7 views. That's kind of crazy to me. I didn't know advertising for this because I kind of just decided I decided a couple days ago. You who just joined, I decided a couple days ago that I was gonna do this because I recorded a video that I like. However, it doesn't really fit with like the channel of video games because it's more about art that I've been doing because I love art, right? So ultimately, I kinda have decided to possibly wait on that video until memberships exist, until I have memberships as an option, which I know is going to be a while since we only have so many like viewers right now. I'm not worried about it. But also kind of makes me feel horrible to be like, you're not gonna get a video that you want until we have like a certain amount of subscribers, but also no one has told me that they wanted this video. It's entirely just I wanted to ramble about art. And I realized that this video would have worked like perfectly as an April Fool's video, right? Because there was this like, especially this April Fool's, I noticed like a lot of videos that are just like, hey, this isn't related to my channel, but I'm just going to talk about what I'm interested in. And I absolutely loved that. Like, I watched a lot of those April Fool videos. Okay, we are now out of money. Cool. So I saw our industrial need went up. So that's kind of what I was planning for. I'm going to give another layer of commercial. I think like in this kind of area. And I'm smart. Oh, we don't have the money. Okay. So that means they're all out of electricity. Can I possibly fix this by getting a refund? Okay, that might just be enough. Nope, it's not enough. Okay, y'all are just gonna have to wait till we have enough money. We're going down. Okay, this isn't great. Possibly I made a bad decision. So until it gets to the red, we're basically good. And the thing that I'm noticing, we are district in here or zoned in here, so I'm kind of surprised that no one is moving in to our amazing town. So we are now in the negative, which is scary, and we can't take out a loan. So, this is actually a fun thing that I learned with City Skylines. If you do so bad, they kind of just are like, oh my gosh, here's a free loan. So you keep playing our game, which greatly appreciated for dummies like me. Come on. Because we are, it looks like, starting possibly to go. Nope, we lost. Okay. Because the thing that I'm really noticing is this red number, which is a very important number. Because that number tells us how much like money we are going to lose. And so it has been going down, but it's also going up, which is not great. Which is not great. So I'm just gonna keep hoping. And I actually might go to settings for options because I saw that it's getting dark. And I don't like it when it gets dark because I am dumb and cannot tell the darkness. Like, this looks so much darker. It looks like it's getting so much darker and I don't like it. We don't have the money to give these people plumbing. Well, damn. I'm gonna figure out how to make my game brighter for a second because I am dumb. I am dumb. I want no nighttime. Dynamic weather, sure. Love the road names. Don't use day and night cycle. I need it to be bright because I cannot see. So I am legit just gonna put it on fast speed until we start making money and we can actually pay for the things that we need. Because I have no other options right now. And I'm okay with that. So our money is going up, which is good. And, you know, you can survive without electricity sometimes. I've survived without electricity for a minute, and it was fine. I got it really quickly, and obviously that's very important because this is what I do. But it's okay, and here it hasn't gone red yet, which is really what matters. So I'm okay, now it's gone red. So we're just gonna keep committing. And if we keep committing, if we commit to the bid, then it'll be fine. Because we already have spent like it can tell me how long I've been streaming for, about 30 minutes on this. So if we just keep committing, it will be fine and everything will work. Right? That's my logic. These people are mad, or we just have to keep going. Can we get the loan? We can't get a loan. And we can't adjust taxes or anything. Yep, so we just gotta commit. We just gotta commit and hope things work out. Come on, everyone. Just keep going down. Okay, now we're getting abandonment. So abandonment is like a big deal. So we just bulldoze the houses, and fortunately construction, as long as we are somewhat desirable, should pop up as we're seeing. So I'm just going to bulldoze to get rid of the abandoned buildings whenever they pop up, because that will keep our town nice and fresh. I bulldozed a place that wasn't even abandoned. Damn it. I am really good at this. Because we just need to go into making money or lose so much that they give me a free loan. That's all we have to do. Which, if a place literally immediately goes into debt and you're just like, maybe we should give them a loan. I love how you're telling me there's disconnected power grids. I'm aware. There's nothing I can do about it because I don't have the money. See, this is the joy that we look for. That's how you know you want to fund a city. If everyone is moving out. Clearly. However, things are going okay. We're not going into the green. But we are starting to make more money than we are losing. Which is important because if we make money, then we are able to, oh, bankruptcy. I will accept a loan. Thank you. Okay, so this loan is exactly what we wanted. We didn't really want to go into bankruptcy, but this is really all we needed to do. And I like connecting my water by going down. So that's what I'm going to do. So this should stabilize us. Hopefully. There's an abandoned building. Yay, I will bulldoze. Because y'all now have everything that you need. You just need to be patient. I don't know why you couldn't be patient. I think it's the slope terrain is really fun, but because I can't see the topography, it's really difficult to like try to respect that. Is it a sneakers factory? I don't know why they have this little like chirpy. It's giving SimCity, and I don't think, at least I don't care for it in that way. I find that frustrating. But, you know, that's just me. So, since I'm going to do my best now not to disconnect any power grids, because I know that our power grids are very important, and that when I disconnect them, it is a very bad time. And I'm actually going to dezone this and make it commercial. Or actually, and make it commercial because it's closer to the water. And I want to have that flexibility. And now we are a little hamlet. So we have more responsibilities. However, so I have to pause and deal with these immediately. So the most important thing is that we can go to taxes. And what I learned is that we can turn the taxes up to 12 without anyone getting mad at us. So that will help us earn so much more money. So then the next thing is that this is kind of like our city area of our downtown. So we can go ahead and build. First off, I'm going to do our education, because I think that will be really good. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this elementary school. So, because I like if we're able to do parks. So I'm actually thinking we're going to put it along this road, and then I know that eventually when we get a park, we will be able to have the space to put it behind if we make it on like a 300 or a grid of 15, I believe is what someone would call it. Then we have landfill, which is super crucial. And the problem is that if we goes anywhere that's currently district for commercial, our industrial, it will immediately take out power lines. So I'm going to put it here, and that's going to be fine because it doesn't take out any of our power lines. We just need to have more connection along this area right now. Then the last thing we have is healthcare. So healthcare, I think, is important when you get into a city, but we also want it to be very like accessible for our families. So I'm thinking we don't want it on the collector or whatever this is called, because that's going to be very bad for us in the long run. So I think the best place for us to put it, because I think if you go into the city, like, you would like to be able to get the care that you need possibly. I'm actually going to put it at the back of this commercial building here, and I do want to go to my healthcare, and does that cover anything? Doesn't cover the area that's actually needed where people are living. Okay, so we're gonna move it so it's next to the school, or like it at least a block from the school, I think. What I'm thinking actually with like the design is that we can do like, kind of, I think the best way for my brain to set it up is to have, like, this block of 15 that is basically going to be our, like, services in this neighborhood. Right? So the next service that we are aware of that basically we have that we need is going to be a medic place. So we're going to place a medical center. And now with all that construction, we have to make sure it has water lines. So we are going to extend them out because that is a super big deal. Yay! So that kind of sets us up nicely for a minute. We are still losing money, $28 per something. However, now it's getting bigger. Which reminds me that one of the things that we can do is turn down our budget so we aren't spending as much. Because if we aren't spending as much, then our budget we go into the positive with our budget, which is super important and very helpful. So I'm definitely going to do that. I will say one thing that, like, outside of the game that I'm surprised about is that I'm surprised that with this stream that it says it's only gotten like 9 views at all so far, but that's actually kind of more than I was expecting. Oh, that actually, okay, so first, I'm not bulldozing. First thing that I noticed in my city is that they don't like the trash being down. So we'll turn up the trash back to 100 if I know where 100 is on the scale. Can everything else stay down for now, though? Yes. So I'm gonna take off my headphones for a second. Oh my gosh, I kind of talk loud when I'm doing this. Okay. I shaved my head, so it's short now, which I realize I haven't addressed, and this is the first video of me with short hair, but I actually have stars inside of my head. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm not sure if I'm angling it properly, but I have stars, and I love it so much. And it makes me think of, like, when the time comes that I'm, like, fully ready to rebrand the channel, because that's something that I do want to do, is kind of, like, get some more branding for the channel. It's just the thing for me right now of I don't necessarily, how would I say this? I don't necessarily have, like, the time, right? That's my thing. So I'm thinking that, like, I have all these plans of how I'm thinking I might do the branding and everything, which I think is fun to dream. So one thing that I actually want to call out that I learned about in my cities is that it is super helpful to have landfills, like, spread out. So I'm actually going to, like, build in some of the roading I'm planning, which basically I think the best way to district this is to make it industrial, because I am going to put the landfills in this area. So I'm fine with that landfill. Yes, I would like it to actually be nicer. However, it's going to work for now. Right? I can move it later, make it look cute later. That is the thing that I'm saying. The other thing that I'm noticing is, do we have districts yet? We don't. So I'd probably create, like, a district in this area, because I try to have every single service that is crucial in every single district, because I'm extra like that. So I'm noticing that we have a higher need for our, whatchamacallit, housing. So I'm going to build that out real quick. And I'm actually going to pause so we don't lose money. I'm thinking that what I want to do is kind of create like terrain that aligns with this whole like forestry we have going on, because I don't have park life. However, I think that I might get it if you guys also like these streams. I might go ahead and go for it. So let me know. I would still be doing Sims, obviously. It's just that I could be doing this too. So I kind of like this like connection here. I could be closer to the trees, yes. However, I think that this works for me personally. And it creates like some kind of like funkier neighborhoods, which is exciting. And I'm actually going to delete all this and make it the 200s. So I actually know that it's proper. Yes, I had it in the middle. It was 200. So obviously not industrial. I know that we can do the painting, which is honestly normally what I prefer to do. So I might switch to that now. But doing that kind of like drag and drop was very helpful for a minute, I will say. But I know that the next thing we have to do is water. So I try to go down always with my water lines. I don't know if that's actually how it's like done in real life, but I always try to like make my water lines go down because I find that that's like the most intuitive way for me to do it. And we did all this build out and I forgot to add water lines. So let's do that right now. Say should be good with water. And then while we have some money, I would like to fix this up. So we have that. That's obviously what we want. Connecting that to there, super important. Then the thing comes with these lanes. If we try to do it like that and try to do it like that, then it just doesn't look right. So my thing is, what if we do a design like this? We have this kind of like area and maybe we could put like a park there. What if we like dezone this and put it so there's a park there or essential services or something and make it just like a little bit cuter? Technically that kind of makes it's a little not great because it makes going to residential harder. However, I think that just means that we have to reprioritize some roads, which I think that we can do. And we have more need for residential as always. So I'm going to keep doing some of our residential. I am accidentally not on my dirt road, which we don't want. I would love to be on my dirt road, and we're just gonna keep building out. So I think this residential is really good. Then I'm thinking once I have districts, I would like to make this kind of like a park. I think would be really cool. I think that'd be really nice. And we need to do water. Part of me is thinking that like maybe we should expand it up a little bit. Like if we go ahead and make it like this, that might be good. Then my thing is I'd actually be kind of interested in having this, which it won't tell me what angle it is. I was hoping to repeat the angle. Because if we could have this with like a similar angle, I think it was like 53? No, it's not. I I don't think whatever I replicate will be exact. But it actually might be a good point that we could leave this more for like other special things that make sense to be close to a park, right? I think that that could be really helpful. I think our services are good. I think I could go ahead and fix like this situation. Then go back into the water line and get a refund with these things. Then we exit out. We do the water like there. I think that's good. I know that in actual cities, it's very important to have like kind of overlapping water lines. However, I know that in City Skylines, especially when starting out with managing the budget, it can be very crucial not to do that. So I'm thinking that's, oh, I never hydrate or dihydrate, right? I didn't really pay attention to what we named this place, but Varus is cool. I kind of like that name. Okay. So everything that we'll notice is that our power just is not cutting it right now. So we can, I'm only gonna do 75 for our power and our water again and see if that fixes our issue. Because we don't necessarily need more infrastructure as much as we kind of need to increase the budget. And I'm noticing that these are going away. The water does seem to be staying though. So that makes me think, okay, it's because I forgot to do water line. So yeah. And we can just do the water line up to here. And we apparently have low health. So I want to understand why. So we have 2 clinics. And you see a problem just occurs that our health is low. Even though we have a heal capacity of 200. Ha ha ha. So my thing then, I'm trying to think in my districting of how I would like to do this. So I'm thinking that in my districting, I would then like another kind of like essential or services road to be here. And if you guys actually know City Skylines and know the cheats to like have the road reset, so that means you don't have to close it every single time, would greatly appreciate that advice. I'm actually gonna go with our medical clinic here because we're not serving realistically anyone in our commercial. So I think having it closer to the people is going to be so much better for our medical clinic, and I think that's going to boost our health. Right? And we have to worry about water, very important. Ideally, every 2 streets can have the water, which is what I try to do. The thing that I hypothesize now, if I go to my power grid, I think I should be able to cut this and still maintain electricity. Right? So I think that that is looking pretty good. I'm really happy with that. And our population keeps going up, which is great. As much as I kind of like the idea of having this be a park, I know that the traffic flow is not going to like that. So how come having it like this and having like have the straight lines is like a no-go? I don't understand why not. Actually, could we do a two-way road? And have it, like... I just can't get the roads to connect. We just can't make it look nice, which is my big problem. Because I just want it to look nice. Because, like... What if... Because my thing is, like, what if we go like this? That's just a reference road. And we do, like, around into that. And we want to upgrade the road to be there. Then we go back. It's not the same curve. That's my problem. Because I do want it to look the same. I want it to, like, be parallel. That's my biggest thing. I want it to, like, be symmetrical. So we can do 290. And go like that. 290. It just doesn't do the nice road look. Which I know there's this whole thing of, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. But in my brain, it does. My thing is, why can't I just have, like, a 2-lane road that connects in the middle here? Right? That's my thing. So, I don't know what my solution is. I think that... Sorry, I went to go check on my stream things. I'm so sorry. I'm paying attention. Don't worry, guys. I'm just happy that the stream is excellent. I don't know what the solution is. Because I know that's going to be bad for traffic if I do it any other way. And I know that we need to funnel into, like, one type of lane before the bridge, because otherwise things will be super hard to manage with driving. So I'm trying to think of how exactly I would like to do that. And I don't think... I think just leaving it like that works for now. I think that is what I can, like, deal with. And we can just make certain roads, like, more important. Why did a car fall off? Oh my god, there's little people. Oh gosh, I never would have realized that. So, yeah. I'm interested in our power grid. If we didn't have these connections, then it wouldn't work. So holding on to these connectors is very important. I'm curious if we can delete this infrastructure. We can, because it does carry there, which is very good. So then my thing is, I know it says we need more housing. So my thing is, why can't I get my districts yet? But even if I can't get my districts, we can definitely... I think, as much as I think having, like, a cool little spacious design there is nice, I think possibly going in with the regularity is helpful. Because I don't exactly know what I would like to put there either. You know? So having it be, like, standard is very helpful. I'm trying to think how I want to break this up into districts. Because normally in the past, I've done districts of, like, 3 roads. Oh, hi, Inner Game. I am so sorry that I did not notice that until now. Can I see what time it came up at? I don't know. Oh my god, I can add random people's moderator. Hi. Hi, Inner Game. I don't know if you're still watching, but hi. It's nice. It's weird that my YouTube channel was showed to you. I assume because of your username that you like games. I'm sorry if you're not here and I didn't notice when you were. I'm so sorry. I kind of just talk. I'm very passionate about talking, apparently. I have so many things to say. Very good at talking over here. Oh my god, you're still watching! There's a very big delay, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I know that when I watch certain people, they talk about like how much a delay there is, but it is weird having to like experience it personally of being like, oh, I'm talking to people and I assume that they're listening, but I also don't know why am I using dirt roads. Hi, in our game. So it is very simply, you're probably a fan of City Skylines. I just got into it recently, but when I have watched City Planner Plays tutorial, they say, hey, you can like invest in the like regular road, and that costs more money. There's higher maintenance. So based off of like their advice, since they're like a city planner who really likes this game, I was like, okay, the dirt roads are the cheaper option. But like as you probably know, as someone who plays this game and can ask good questions about it, I can upgrade roads. Like we have some more money now actually. So upgrading this area might be super important, but we can't upgrade it for some gosh darn reason because it doesn't like me. Okay. Well, that's just rude, and I'm going to make it like me. Now can we upgrade? Now we can upgrade. And actually upgrading our bridge might be super important. So I'm going to upgrade this like main street because we have the money for it, and you're right, like it is probably around the time to be upgrading our roads. And then my thing is that can we go in with our regular drawing and we can just connect to this point, so we don't even need hi bulldoze. We can get rid of that. I kind of have it like triangle-y, which is kind of cute. But I know that using the dirt roads can be very effective, especially when going ahead and starting out the game. And we don't have a lot of money. And we are only on, we're not at Worthy Village yet. I've hit buttons. It's so confusing. But yeah, I ideally would like to fix this kind of like interchange. I think that would be like my ideal. And so part of me is curious of, since we have it with the roads now, can we like connect out here and then go here? Hi, please work with me. Lines, thank you. And do it kind of like that. Because I think that might be helpful. And it kind of, we could create like a little bit of a feature here. That might be fun. And I actually really like that. I think that's really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and decide that that is officially what we are doing in this area and put in more commercial that we don't technically need, but we'll need it one day, right? In our game? I hope so. I hope so. And we can put like trees in this, which I always like. Yeah. And ideally also like expanding these roads up to be 3-lane is what I like to do. Okay, hi, Worthy Village. Whenever I get these notifications that it's going up, I always get confused. I'm just like, why is it lagging? So we have new services that are super important. And do we have districts now? We have districts. So districts, based off of the little bit that I've played, are like really important to me because it helps me notice like my services. So I'm gonna turn down my brush a little bit. So I know that this area is going to be a district for me, right? I also know that like somehow divided like this is also going to be a district for me, right? So I'm trying to figure out like how exactly I would like to draw it. Do we have topography view yet? No, we don't. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Topography can be very helpful when it comes to figuring out where things end. But I think having these two districts is the best place to start. So then creates why? Yes, I am in the fire. I would like fire. So fire, I know that I can kind of create like a oh, that's not where I wanted to put it. I can kind of create like a campus and put my fire and my police here next to each other, which I like to do. And then we also have the medical here that we can also create that like campus vibe that we don't have the money for, actually. Never mind. But having that would be helpful. Do we unlock anything else that's important? We have second loans, obviously. We have specializations. We have the firehouse and the police station, which are things that I'm really worried about. And upcoming, we have the parks, which is important. And that means we don't have the money to do our road. Now we have $20 because we did not our road. Oh my goodness, my apologies. Did our water line. So I'm just gonna say that we have to keep making money because I know we have a very high demand for our residential, and we don't have any space actually. That's a very good point. But I don't have the money to build. Oh, hi Miss Danny, it's nice to see you again. I'm not sure if you were here the whole time. I know that chatting is weird. I normally don't watch live streams, so I know that chatting is like, it can be awkward. Like, this is the thing that I know that having like comments is very helpful for like my content, and it's very important to get that engagement, but also it could just feel so awkward to like say something, and I completely understand that. So when people do engage with me, I do like greatly appreciate it. I think that is absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate you guys for being here. So I'm going to increase our money until I can build this damn road. Hi. Our money is existing. Please go up, money. Thank you. But I'm trying to figure out how I would like to separate these neighborhoods, and the citizens are sick. Okay, my objection with that city skylines is there's more sick citizens. Actually, you're so right. Okay. You're so right. I'm so sorry. I am wrong. So we have citizens are sick, and then we have this other one that shows citizens are sick. Okay. So to me, that implies that my districts are too long. Oh my god, Miss Danny, you don't have any issue with chatting online. I completely understand. Socializing like in person can be really awkward. So I think what I'm going to do to fix up my city skyline area is I'm going to split this district and make it like, okay. So I'm thinking we're gonna split this district like in half, because I think that might be our most effective solution. And I think that going ahead and top priority is getting this medical clinic down. So we just have to wait until we have the money for that. Or, because it is a pressing issue, we can go and get loans. So I'm just going to take out a small loan, pause time, and go ahead and get down our medical clinic. I think putting it... This is like kind of in between. I'm going to put it like kind of in between, which should hopefully help with the sickness. So one thing that was actually, my drinking water's polluted, god damn it. So, okay, I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna take a minute and respond to comments. Okay, hi, this is comment time because I'm not used to having to interact with people. See, what I'm used to filming is just me, myself, and I. Okay, so Interplay says I should play more like this. I just play with infinite money and everything unlocked to build the best possible looking and most realistic city possible. Completely understand their game. I don't have enough experience. And it's actually funny because when I bought, basically what I decided to do was buy the pack with like the Steam sale. Something was on sale. So I was like, oh, what I'm going to go ahead and do is what I'm going to go ahead and do is like buy say Skylines because it's always been something that I was interested in. So I decided to do that. And I thought it came with all the packs. It did not, right? But so I'm still kind of like learning the game. My drinking water is polluted. That's a great point. And I know that there is a view where I can like see. Okay, so I see the biggest problem here is that if I placed out here, I would have actually seen the direction of my water. However, because I am a baby, I don't know, like whatever is very nice derogatorily to me, I didn't notice that if we actually look, there's arrows pointing out. So because I'm used to like building a certain place, I put my sewage to go into here rather than into here. So thank you for pointing that out with the symbols because I am very dumb. So what I'm going to do is actually turn on the water view so we can see this. And my idea is just to kind of put it like in this area. So first off, if I just try to put on that corner, that's going to be very difficult because of the, because, oh, actually it won't be because I'm very dumb. I'm very, very dumb. So if I put my drainage pipe in the kind of situation where it is right now, yeah, my sewage. I'm smart. I forgot to look at this stuff. So I think I'm gonna put it, I don't necessarily want it in the city. So we're gonna put it around there. And then if we move this to like right damn there, will I stop poisoning my citizens? Let's see. Because if you see, like, you can see that there's pollution. You're absolutely right in our game. There's a pollution map. Okay, that's garbage. That's garbage. I know that there is pollution. So I know the one that says pollution. It's going to be this one. Okay, it is drifting away. It is getting better. Hopefully our citizens are not poisoned anymore. That would be really damn neat. So we dealt with that pressing thing. Back to the chat. Miss Danny, you've never seen anyone actually play. Most just build really pretty cities. Oh, do you like this place out more? I wish I would love to build pretty cities. I think that'd be really cool. However, again, I'm just kind of starting out. And so that has to do with that. So we're losing money. Great. And our highest thing is residential. So perfect. Now, hopefully we're on game. And I'm going to, one thing that I know is that we have the natural resources. So I know that this fertile land is going to be good for our farming. And we still don't have topography unlocked. Damn it. Okay. So I know that this is going to be very good for our industries, but we also have some up here that I notice. Okay. I think the place I feel most comfortable expanding right now is this kind of area. So I would be great to go ahead and go into rapid expansion mode, very smart, and do a what one might call a haha voiceover speed thing. Speed thing. Ah yes, everyone understands what I'm saying when I say speed thing, obviously. Right, chat? I actually know the first people in chat's right, Miss Danny, and right, Enter Game. Let me know. I'm just gonna make fun of myself now, actually. It's called a voiceover. It's called like a speed up thing. I know what things are called. Definitely. Definitely, guys. So I'm just gonna kind of keep expanding. City Skylines has always been like interesting to me since like seeing. I remember specifically I was getting really into building in like cities in The Sims 3 because my channel name is Plumbob Cubed. My name is Grace though, and it's called Plumbob Cubed because like the video game that I have been obsessed with for the longest is The Sims, but specifically The Sims 3. I just love it so much because I think it is an amazing game. And with Sims 3, if this was in windowed mode, which it is not, but if it was, I could show you that there is a Sims 3 application called called Create a World, right? And I love Create a World. And so I was watching City Planner Plays like originally to be like, how do I build in The Sims? Like, how do I create a like realistic city and everything? And I just think it's so fun. So that always like got me interested in this game because I was like, I don't know anything about it, but it seems really cool. And watching City Planner Plays play like always intrigued me. So I'm thinking, okay. So again, because when I'm thinking, I'm also thinking about districting. I'm gonna go back into my districts. So I don't know why, but it feels like the districts here have to be very much smaller to actually like accommodate everything that's going on. So I'm going to cut districts into like 4 block, like 2x4 or so, right? When it at least comes to like the neighborhood. So this is like the 2x4, and then it has the services. So this would again be another district if I know how to do things. And this is also a pretty decent thing. Do I have topography yet? No, dude. I like trying to respect the topography. It makes me happy. So I'm honestly thinking that I might just keep expanding down this way and do districts like as needed. Like if I am thinking about it in the most successful way possible, I'm probably going to do like 2 blocks of like the short blocks with the residential, and then we'll have the blocks with the services. And that might be the most successful way for me to do this. And I can see the topography here would allow me to create like an interesting kind of dynamic, so I am going to do that. Okay. 200. We're gonna go. Actually, 200 is the wrong part for that. We need to do 300 in this road. I don't know why I stress over the services so much, but I really do, because I want to give my people a good life. I want them to live nicely. So I'm going to delete the random that I did there. Actually, save game. We should call this Veris, which I believe is what it's called. Stream City. Yay! So let's get these pipes dealt with. We don't have the money anymore. Okay. hopefully expanding and fixing up our very high residential zone need will fix what's going on, because I know that that is very important. And as we are earning that money back, I am going to try to expand our water pipes. Which I'm used to just sitting here and waiting for, but I have to entertain for. Wow, crazy. Excuse me as I sip water. It's actually, so this is not a sponsorship. I went to a sandwich shop, and that's kind of crazy. Because where I live in Maryland, right? And I live in, I don't know if it's I live in a wealthy county in Maryland, let's say. And specifically when it comes to that, like, I was kind of surprised to be able to get lunch for less than like $25. And it's funny because I know that people will talk about like, oh, how it's completely and utterly feasible, and if you're not able to like get lunch, I'm just like, listen, most of the time I'm getting DoorDash, and that's like $50 because that's what I'm used to. I don't want to leave my house. So like being out on the town and deciding while out on the town that I'm going to go ahead and do something a little different by getting like lunch at a place I've never gone to before is cool. One of the things that always is stressful to me is that there is like the review culture, right? And so with review culture, like basically Miss Danny and inner game, you guys are interacting with me right now, right? You're basically being my review, right? And so basically having to do that for, I don't know if it's like I just don't feel comfortable reviewing or something, but it's something that I'm just like not very good at. So the place I'm like is like, hey, we're having an inspection coming up. Would you mind giving us a review even though you've never been here before? Like they gave me, I did not order this cup. They gave it to me, which was very nice. They're like, here's, get a cup on the house. And like, I could have gotten anything. I got water because I am boring and only drink water. But I could have gotten anything and like exploited their niceness. And so part of me is like, oh, I need to say thank you and like do a report. Do a report. This is what I think giving a good review is. I'm just like, I'm reporting on them, and it's very important. It's important to have the engagement. It's so stressful because everything falls on my shoulders, and that's not how it works. Like, I know that, but I just stress so much. And so I know that, like, for example, with my moving, with the people who moved, they said like, hey, we get a tip, we get like extra stuff if you go ahead and give us a review. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that for you. Reviews are no problem. But the thing that I realized is that I can do a review if it's like private. If it's like a Google form or like a private form that I fill out, I can give a review. If it's public, I'm just like, you have to fend for yourself. You have to fend for yourself, which is not helpful for anyone. Like, class solidarity is so important, but class solidarity when I have to make myself public, not okay. And that is insane because this is what I like doing. I'm basically screaming into a camera right now. This is what I like doing. I'm just like, you want me to say words and be public about what I like? No, that's too much. Which is just nonsensical. Why am I like this? Who knows? But yeah. So actually, that I've never realized that with the pollution, it can tell you like the water and stuff. It's actually kind of interesting how with the pollution, like putting it in this little canal, which isn't beautiful, putting in the canal kind of like decreases the pollution here, which is very interesting to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go into my districts, and I'm of course going to draw more. So I know that this is a district, so I need to get healthcare in there. Very important. And so let me draw my lines. And I don't think we have unlocked high schools yet. But once we do that, those will be going in like this kind of area. And actually, we have unlocked the money to put. We have not unlocked the money to put firefighting and police into this little, like, I call it the essential services corridor. It's kind of what I think about in my head with the medical clinic and everything. So we definitely have to do that. And I see that we have handled our residential well. Now it comes time for our industrial. So industrial, I know that we can always look at our natural resources. So okay. My thing with the industrial is that I think it is very wise to like keep expanding into this. And when we expand into this, we can go with the fertile, and I see that there's definitely forest. I'm not sure. I maybe see like ore possibly in here a little bit. We apparently don't have any oil, but we definitely have ore. Oh, I think ore is here. This is probably the ore. So I'm thinking we can have like our, why don't we have any oil? That's kind of weird. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird to me. But what I'm thinking is we go ahead and have our industry in this area, and we can like expand possibly more into more recreation. Here, we're a tiny town. So we have more roads, which is great. We also have quays, and we have our lovely parks and stuff, which I was looking very much forward to. So first things first, I need to stop talking so much, and I need to go ahead and get more industrial built. Hi KBK, reminder to keep going always. That is very motivational. Thank you. I will keep going. I was like, I feel like I am sometimes a pessimist, because I'm just like, keep going. What? You need to explain things. You need to use your words better, because I need to be complimented so much. And I think that like one thing that I definitely want to work on is like security, because it is very difficult to be secure in oneself. And so being able to like take a compliment properly is definitely a skill. Cause like if we, as someone who reads way too much into things, I was like, keep going always. Am I not talking enough? And I need you to understand right now that apparently I have like gotten into my groove, and I'm talking so much I'm giving myself a worse headache, which is not healthy. Which means you have to drink water, hydrate or dehydrate, right? But I think it's like almost very cruel of myself to interpret things negatively when that is very clearly not what people mean. And I just think that's like something that is sad for myself. Like honestly, I think that's sad. So I'm going to draw a district here, you see. And this is actually something that I kind of struggled to understand. So I'm gonna kind of be giving a mini tutorial, I guess, right now. So actually cut here. We can like cut-ish here. So I was very confused on how to go ahead and do our district specializations, but you just draw a district and then click, and it does it. Oh my gosh, KBK, you're so nice. Keep doing this, exactly this. The streams, the energy, the recognition will come. Thank you. This is my first time doing a stream in like a very long time. The last time I did a stream, I can actually look at if I go to my YouTube channel, which I am going to do right now. I also have a phone that I can look up. I think it was in like 2023 or so. It was 2 years ago. So it was New Year 2023. And I remember that because I was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do like a very fun, what I would call fun live stream of creating Sims in Sims 3, since like I love The Sims 3. this channel's named after The Sims 3, obviously. And I remember I only had like 30 subscribers at the time, so it's actually kind of crazy that people actually like were watching. And it was 2 of the subscribers that like I got the most interactions with, so it was really nice being able to like talk with them one-on-one. So I just haven't done a stream in so long, and the reason that I decided to do a stream now is because I've been obsessed with City Skylines and I want to share the obsession. But then also because it's been this thing of like, how do I want to word this? It's been this thing of I recorded a video a while ago, and by that I mean Wednesday night, that was about like art, talking about art, which is really fun for me because I never like really fully recognized that I was an artistic person, but I guess I kind of am. So talking about art was like really exciting, the art that I've made, and realizing that I have to blur things out. Like, one thing that stresses me out about the beginning of the stream is that I realized that my last name was on the screen, and it's like, no, don't show my last name. I have a really weird last name, so people can easily find me with my last name. So it was a very like high stress for me. But if people like streaming, which it seems like they do, I would possibly love to do streaming more. I know that the way my channel is set up right now is that we have the Lepacy on Mondays, we have Pleasantview, playing Pleasantview on Wednesdays, and we have 100 Days in Riverview on Fridays. So I think that I could possibly like fit in streaming possibly on like Sundays, because I don't really have anything on Sundays. I cannot do it during the week, because during the week I basically film a video and then I come home from work and I edit. But that is a thing that if you like me, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, I could maybe one day possibly do this full time. And if I do ever possibly do this full time, maybe I could do streams daily, because like this is it is kind of fun. Like, I love being able to interact with you guys. I know something that I definitely need to do is like, I know moderation is very important, and currently the moderator is me, and the moderator sometimes forgets that she is talking to currently 5 people live. I forget that. And so, you know, getting a moderator is like an important step if I'm doing this a lot. One thing that I love Complicated Knots. They're a really cool YouTube channel that talks about crochet. And they do streams on Sundays, Australian time, which is really cool. And their moderator is their like, I'm not sure if they're fiancés or if they're like married. And so I'm just like, yes, that is the level I would be comfortable with, but I do not have that. I don't have I don't have a romantic interest whatsoever, which is good for me right now because I have been going through a difficult time and I would not have the energy to give to a partner. It's actually kind of funny because my friends are very much like, hey, me and my friend like the Golden Girls. So my friend and I went ahead and like they brought over cheesecake and we had cheesecake and we're talking about the Golden Girls and stuff. When Joe's like, oh, what do the Golden Girls talk about when they're eating cheesecake? And the answer is promiscuous acts. I was like, well, none of us are doing that. So I was like, as the town, the Golden Girls, so long into this stream, I think I can say what I want. As the slut of the friend group, I was like, yes, I will go on dating apps and get to the drama. And my friends were immediately like, Grace, this is a horrible decision. Why would you do that? But it was fun because with Tinder, you can like have your friends swipe. And so I had my friends swipe for some and they enjoyed it. But I was not good at like the conversations and stuff. But it's very like interesting to me, the different stuff. And so like interaction, I admire people who can do it easily. I feel like I was stressed out and stuff. So, okay. It looks like we have a rail line here, which is important to access. And I can kind of keep going with my residential. But I also My citizens are unhappy. Try placing a park. I know. I want to look at our road and see if there's any like major backups. I don't think so at this time. So it might be smart to go for the rail. So I know that we can go for the small playground. I'm putting like the small playground near the school. This is the school is always good to me. We should probably have more schools. Like, there should 100% be a school here with a park. And then this is a medical clinic. That definitely also, we don't have the money for a school, I don't think. Oh, we actually do. We also have a high school. I just didn't notice that we unlocked. Okay. I'm actually gonna save that money. And let's go to education and look at things. So we definitely need more elementary. We should have just placed one, which will help. So that's good. Miss Danny, I have not tried Twitch. The thing with me is that partially I'm doing this rather than like a regular video like I normally would, is because of just I had the video idea and I was like, actually that probably won't work well. This channel is more about gaming. And so if I go like crazy into, hey, here's some random chat about art, probably isn't gonna work well. So it's like, hey, if I just like stream City Skylines, which has been my current obsession, that's gonna do much better than anything else. But I know that Twitch is something that, like, if I do want to continue streaming, it could be very important to look into. I will say I am enjoying streaming. This is a lot of fun. And so, you know, I also know that, like, you, for example, Miss Danny, are on YouTube. And so I know that there are streaming options to do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. However, I have not looked into that. There's not enough workers because of our industrial. There's not enough workers because of our industrial. There's not enough workers because we have high residential need. And I also see that we have power concerns. So power is at 100%. This is the thing that I will say is that I know that once I kind of get into like this level of expansion, there's a tendency with power to have problems. So excuse me. Oh, Miss Danny, thank you for saying I have the personality for streaming. It's actually something that, like, I don't know if I have philosophy on, but I have thought a lot about the like dynamics necessarily of like being a influencer, being a YouTuber, is that like this is very much my microphone voice. And when I say microphone voice, that is not necessarily completely accurate, because this is my when I need to perform in public voice. I'm just like, hello, hi, I'm energetic, be happy to see me. That's what I try to do when I am around people. And that's just like a personal thing. I think partially it's like anxiety of no one will like me if I'm not constantly performing for their approval, which is not healthy. But hey, I talk a lot about being in therapy, and it's very good that I'm in therapy. So I noticed that these electricities wasn't going great, so I did add this power line, which will fix it. However, it brings us to another thing of something that we are close to unlocking, is this advanced wind turbine, right? Which basically allows us to take water, because if you see these wind turbines, they're very loud, which we don't want. Like, that loudness is not going to be good for us. So I'm thinking that the wind turbines, the advanced wind turbines, are a little bit quieter. So that's what I'm hoping we can put in this kind of area to fuel some electricity here. And so the next thing that I'm looking for, okay, they keep saying we need more workers. So my thing is districts, because districts help me visualize, especially when it comes to the people. So how do I think? Okay. Do you guys have any suggestions for the districts? I say that, and I also know that by the time I see it in the chat, I will have finished districting. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the lag is so bad. I thought it's like a random thing, that based off like different people's internet and stuff, but I don't know. So I know that I need a district there. Oh my gosh, we have topography view. Finally. Finally, look at this. Look at this. That's so exciting. We also can unlock another tile, which there is a good reason to be like, hey, let's just stick to one tile. However, if I do this on stream again, if you guys are interested in it, I think going for this kind of like, I think that's the rail. I think that's just highway. So I'm thinking that we should buy this lower piece of land, and I'm gonna go for it. It doesn't have any oil, but it does have the train connections, which is very good. We have the money for it. It also has plane connections. So I'm thinking we purchase. City has now expanded. Yay. I would like to go back into my city, please. Thank you. And that just allows me to keep with the kind of like planning that we have. One thing I'm noticing is that obviously we have a need to get smaller. And so one of the hard things to do with City Skylines is making like a straight angle sometimes. So I will always do my best to do the straight angle if possible. Because I'm not straight, but the aesthetics of straight can be very nice. Okay, hi, I remember that I have to look at chat again. I totally don't forget. I'm so sorry. So KB, out of interest, are you big on decorating your room, like rugs, ceramics, and stuff? So I'm gonna answer this question in 2 ways, actually. So when it comes to decorations, I am a big fan of Willie Muse and his YouTube channel. And one thing that he does is that he has he has like on the wall behind him, he has like a mural that basically has like his patrons' names, like patrons that support a certain amount, which I think is really cool and something that I would also be interested in doing. I can crochet. I can also knit, but I'm better at crocheting. So I could do that with crochet, but I also, like, as I was talking about, I kind of do art. Like, that's my job right now, is doing art. So it's like, oh, I could also, like, create little, like, logos or something out of people's names. So decorating would be really cool. When it comes to my own space, one of the things that I have on my desk right here is, like, this owl jar that I love that I'm actually going to show properly. Like that, I absolutely adore. It's actually kind of funny because in it I have a Golden Girls book, as I was just talking about, you know? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Bum, 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 bum. That's not how it goes. But also, if you watch my Sims 3 video on renovating the Keaton household, you'll see that I definitely do like going ahead and like decorating Sims houses and making things look personal. So like I very much enjoy life simulation and everything like that. So yeah, when it comes to, and decorating with my own personal room, I have 2 rugs that I got on like Rugs USA. And I just like love them out of my living room. My house like color scheme is it's green and yellow. It's one of my favorite things. So yeah, with Miss Danny saying, is there any chaos? I am not sure that what is that, blah, 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 blah. I can't say words. I am not sure what that is referring to. When it comes to the game, which is how I'm going to interpret it, I don't see any problems in like our industrial or commercial place. When we go to our town, like go to our like residential, there is a little bit of chaos with these electricity. So I talked about my plan for the wind turbines. Ooh, it's very exciting. So have we unlocked the wind turbines yet? We have not. We have a little bit more. Hey, Miss Danny, it's nice to try about it again, but if you want to hear the chaos of my personal life, just let me know. I don't have drama right now. I know in SimCity they have tornadoes. I know in what you call it? In City Skylines, you can definitely go ahead and have natural disasters. I don't know if I have. Hi, I can go to options. Do I have city? Do I have natural disasters enabled? So I have dynamic weather. I have road names. I have no clue if I have natural disasters. They might have a pack that does natural disasters. I know that is something that like has been. I've heard people talk about. I know that I thought that I was getting like all the packs and stuff when I got like the deal on Steam, and then that was not it. Yeah, I'm not planning. I don't know if I have them turned on, but I also don't have a plan to turn them on, Miss Danny. Don't worry. I am not at that level of skill with City Skylines. As Game pointed out, I am using dirt roads, which is probably not the most advanced technology to be using. Especially when I already have like a population of, it's only 2,000, so it's not that much. But it's like, I could definitely invest a little bit better. With these wind turbines, since I know the electricity will be coming up soon, I'm actually going to go to my budget and turn up my electricity a little bit to help keep funding this part. I know, dirt roads, Miss Danny, it's like crazy. I'm hoping that will help with our electricity. Hey, you know, I will update eventually, hopefully. So I will say that I have an event at 7 o'clock, and it's with my friends, and knowing my friends, they will be early because we're all neurodivergent, or at least I'm neurodivergent. The people I attract are going to be neurodivergent, clearly. You know, so part of me, I'm trying to think how I want these like tapering in of the road to go. I'm trying to think about that because I think the best, yeah, I know, I have time. This is something that is kind of, I don't know if it's saddening, but it is like a truth of my life, is that when I am with my friends, I am still like very much in performance mode. And it's very much like I need to act and make everyone like me. You know, I'm going to build this gigantic road down the coastline so we can get some interesting topography and interesting roads. I'm not leaving you yet, Miss Danny. I'm starting to warn you that I'm going to have to go. I'm starting to warn you. Okay? We still have time. I'm probably gonna go at 6:30 because I only gave like the notice now of like, hey, time's running out. So, I'm going to go to my live stream and I'm going to figure out where my type is and be able to say 6:30 end. I don't know how to type. 6:30 Eastern. Okay? I know it's over me. We're going to get rid of the date. That works good enough. Because I want people to be aware. I know 6:30 is calling it close, but this is, I need you to understand that this is how I act in my regular life. I try to give this enthusiasm, at least when I'm with my friends, you know? Try to be happy. When I'm at work, it's hiding at my desk, but, you know, I think that's fair. 6:30 is fine. Oh, no, I'm not leaving my house. Oh, no, I don't leave my house. It's a Friday night. People are coming over here. My people need one singular person. That is my socialization. That is me getting rambunctious, if I say so myself. I am staying home. I already went out. I went out to work. I went to European Wax Center, sponsored me. I went to European Wax Center. I got my eyebrows done, which was very exciting. A lot of fun. I haven't gotten my eyebrows done in such a long time. So that was fun for me. Getting my eyebrows done. It was like a little splurge. So yeah, I'm not really worried about timing because I'm not going anywhere. It is people coming to me. And it's my house. If, like, should I probably take out the trash? Yes, but my friends, they love, like, helping me. So they're just like, oh my gosh, you haven't taken out the trash in a minute? Let's do it together as a bonding activity. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Sounds good. And I'm very excited for this friend coming over because this is like a little preview of, they were over last week. And last week, when I was younger, I had the decoration styles of a middle-aged white woman. I need to understand this is when I was 14, I was decorating like a middle-aged white woman. I never had a scene kid face, it was middle-aged white woman. And so part of that is very funny because my jewelry like organizer was very much like some board from Michael's that was very much middle-aged white woman. And so I remember this friend came over to like help me pack my stuff, and one of their comments was, Grace, you cannot take any of this stuff to your house. This is middle-aged white woman decor. You are a young, vibrant, young adult. You can't have middle-aged white woman things in your house. And so they didn't know about the jewelry organizer that, like, I still had to, like, not necessarily get rid of, but, like, I still had to accommodate for and, like, transfer my jewelry, and I had to bring it over to my new house to be able to do that. So I have it in the trash pile of, like, hey, when you go outside, throw this away. And my friend came over last week, they saw it, and they looked at me with, like, stricken with horror. They were like, that's a middle-aged white woman decor, Grace. I thought we got rid of that. How dare you have middle-aged white woman decor? We got rid of that. We made sure you didn't bring it. And I was like, I had to transfer my jewelry. It's in the throwaway pile. It's okay. Like, deep breaths, deep breaths. And specifically, I said, don't worry, I'm not an evil white woman anymore. And so my friend immediately, like, took out their phone and was like, I need to write this in my notes. I need to remember this. This is excellence. That is peak comedy. I am not an evil white woman. My friend just loved that. And so now, as a result, they were desperate, like, I'm coming over. I'm going to come over. You're going to allow me to come over, correct, Grace? Because they're going to come over with a chalk pen to write, I am not an evil white woman, with hearts and stars on, I believe, a mirror of my house. Probably all of them that they possibly can, because these are the statements that I say. I noticed that there is some chaos with our water, so I'm gonna increase our budget up to 100, and I think that should fix some things. Yeah, the water problem appears to be going away, except for, yeah, now it's going away. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. And then it has the electricity problem here. So we have, did I forget to district this? No, I did, just no one wants to move there. Okay. So we have to connect the dots like that. And that will help the electricity there, which is very important. I think our city is definitely doing really well. I'm very proud of it. I think it's really cool how great we're doing. A very important thing is to check the road. It doesn't look like there's any major backup yet trying to enter our city, which is good. I think that we do have 30 more minutes, but I think with some of the time that we have, let's upgrade some roads. So I know that I would like a 3-lane road to be in this area. Or, oh, you're so right. This counts as a highway road. And so as a result, I can't have it the way that I want. I haven't unlocked highways to fix the accident I just did of decreasing. Oops. How would I like to fix this? We're about to unlock soon, but what if we do the 4? I'm interested in, because 3 lanes but a 4-lane is kind of interesting to me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always having thoughts, and it's just so many thoughts. I kind of like trying to like have the same kind of road. I think that's always very nice. But I also know that we can also, I have an idea. I'm thinking we're about to unlock highways, I believe. We are about to unlock highways. So I'm going to put on speed time, unlock highways, and do the highway with sound suppression. And put it here. So we're just gonna keep building our population, put it on quick speed for a minute, and then we will do the highway thing because I do like that kind of energy. And we just unlocked Boomtown, perfect. And we have recycling, which is very exciting. But the thing that I was looking for, which is this 3-lane highway, actually don't have the sound barrier yet. Okay, that comes later. But I am going to upgrade. So okay. So I'm wrong. How, I have to decide how I want to do this. So we don't have trees yet. We can do 3-lane or we can do 4. I'm thinking 3-lane because that's the most direct, like this. I'm thinking we're gonna carry that throughout the town of having it be the 3 lanes to like carry from the highway, because doing the highway road itself just isn't going to work for us, right? So doing like that, I think, will be the most successful upgrades for our road, right? And what did we just unlock? So mainly with our unlocks, it was mainly just roads, but we do have some new buildings, which are crucial, such as ferries. Was specifically crucial because we are in a what should one might call it, a no trees, dirt roads, no jobs. Yeah, that's our town right now. We have elder care, we have the bus depot, so we have a lot of things that we definitely need to do. With that money increase, will definitely help with. Okay, so I know our healthcare is gonna be super big deal. We have the clinics that I kind of like. I'm gonna go in elder care. I'm gonna put it I'm gonna put it kind of in this between these two districts. And then another thing is that elder care I'm going to put here because I think that's going to be good. Then what? Wrong button, girl. Then another thing that we have the roads, very important. We have the wind turbines, which is super important. We have the cemetery and the child healthcare center. So are those things we can still afford? We cannot because we kind of prioritized our elder care. So we will work on getting those back. And we can still, with the money we're getting, upgrade our roads. So, for example, my biggest priority would probably be upgrading these, like, town roads. I think that would be very helpful right now. Just to increase some interest in our town. And it seems I might be spending money more than we're earning it. We'll have to see. Wow, levitating cats is trending on the internet in the town. Who would have thought why? And one thing that I apparently forgot is to do a, make this a one-way. Making this a one-way is very important. I like having this connector to my industry because I know that industry is a really big place. So being able to be like, hey, like we are prioritizing that always feels like it makes my life easier personally. And then actually one thing I forgot to do was my junctions. So if we go to, if we go here, we can go to junctions, and I have forgotten, you see, to do my stoplights. We can also go to like adjust roads, I believe, and click it's a priority road, which is very important. But I'm gonna go and fix my junctions anyways, because I know junctions are super helpful. Stop signs for me kind of works for everything else. I can't believe I forgot that, honestly. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to keep trying to upgrade these roads. So these three I'm leaving empty to expand more with my landfills, because that's what I'm thinking we will need. Because I know landfills are something that is like highly needed. Like, I always feel like I never have enough landfills. So I think we have upgraded this side of our town to be pretty much completely just like regular 2-lane roads with wide sidewalks, which I like wide sidewalks because it encourages walking. And then, yeah, we'll have to do some more. We do have landscaping, so I'm pretty sure I could go ahead and make the put in trees along this area, but I might save beautifying for later because we do have some other very important things to place in our districts. And y'all don't have enough electricity. Okay, so if we go to our electricity panel, we're in our yellow, which is not great. So I know that we need the electricity in this area, so that's where I'm going to prioritize it. If I go here, I know that we need 12,000 for the advanced wind turbine. So I'm gonna put on fast speed to do that. Oh, the Inzoe video? Inzoe is so interesting to me. I really think it is interesting. Okay, something's happening with deaths. Okay, okay, girl. Why? So there's multiple problems. A person has passed away and is waiting for transport and dirty water. Okay. Why in the world do we have dirty water is a great question. Okay. So our sewage is kind of, it's affecting our intake of our water. Okay. That's bad. My first thing is to just move the sewage pipe out to here just to get the separation like super far away. Then I think my other thing is switch. So our water input is on the other side because we don't want to have problems with our water. And we'll just create another connection there. We might change that later, but we're trying to fix that. And then we have the problems with the depth. So something that I like sometimes is putting I like to put cemeteries with the sewage is backing up now too. Okay. Because it doesn't have electricity. Got you. Baby, what do you mean spaces are occupied? Let me just okay. This is not enough customers. Alright, so now we have gotten to the point where we are handling all the concerns at once. Okay. So go to my water, go to my pollution. My pollution is looking better here. This is kind of looking fine. We obviously have the deaths, which we need the transportation for, but we don't have the money for that yet unless we go to loans, which it is very important, so I think I might just take out the loan. So I like having, we don't have the crematory, we just have cemetery. So I'm thinking, let me think where I want it. I honestly think that cemetery here might be the best place, because it just works, and we need that death care, and that will just fix some of the problems that we're having. With power lines, again, you all are saying that we need more power, so I think the best solution is to go up to our budget and just increase our power because we need to get those wind turbines. Just all the drama is happening right now. Damn, it's crazy. So you gonna go away yet? Because I did such a good job of increasing the electricity. No. They're having water problems. Did I remember to bring the water? Yes, I did. Okay. So actually, to get that loan. Very good point, Grace. So with the water pumping in, I would like to see the pollution. And the water line again. We're going to pump in more water with the pollution. The sewage seems to be doing fine. And then we actually have the money for the wind turbines, which will help us delete some of that extra infrastructure. So with the wind turbines are actually very loud. Is it louder? It's a little bit less loud, which is interesting. So my thing is, let me look at my districts for a second. So I know that this is a district, and then I know that I need another 300 road, which is going to be 600 in the regular road cost. Ah, I did it wrong. Oh no. Let's just go back to the dirt road because that is what I'm used to. So if we do the 300 like that, then this becomes a district, And then I'm thinking we go back to commercial along this area since we will have this amazing roadway. Or actually a good point is that we can keep this residential and we can do a divide along there. But keeping the electricity on this side would be very helpful for me. So I'm going to do 4 water towers or the water stuff, and then I'm going to do electricity there, which should hopefully cover it. And as these all get online, that will definitely help. So we are definitely doing better, and I'm going to turn down our electricity budget then. And then with the deaf care having the problems with the backup, we should also probably increase our healthcare back to standard. All right, perfect. Thank you, Miss Danny, for saying that I'm smart. I appreciate that. I am just trying to be the most efficient I can. So the water, they're still saying we're not enough water even though we have 2 pumps. So honestly, part of me just kind of wants to let it sit. Let our city grow for a minute. Because we do have the pipes, and that's my thing. So that actually might be a good point to put in. We can't do any water pumping here, unfortunately. So we could, if we go back to our pollution, we still need this to like subside more before I would feel comfortable fully going ahead and putting another water pump in. So I guess we are gonna keep those boxes. We're just gonna let it go possibly on 1 for a second, since we are getting near the end. Excuse me for my little burp. Yeah. I think I've had a lot of fun. We've been going for about like 2 hours and 10 minutes now, which is a lot of fun for me. It's very nice talking to all of you in chat. So it was very nice seeing like people's engagement, which I was not really expecting. So that was really crazy. I did like no promotion for this. So yeah. But maybe to deal with the water, since I don't feel like going ahead and doing any water infrastructure, maybe we just increase our budget and that will fix it. Yes, that appears to be fixing it. Perfect. So yeah. Or at least it was for a second. Okay, okay, let's see what the pollution, it's still not going down, which isn't good. And I noticed a symbol here. It has to do with not enough customers. That is not my biggest concern. The pollution is starting to go all the way down here because we moved that there. Okay. So then my solution, I need to move the water pumps to be somewhere where they're actually going to be collecting enough water. Because I don't think we're getting enough water in this area there. I don't think that is getting the amount that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this kind of infrastructure because it is not supporting everything. Increasing the taxes in this day is very important because, like, hey, one thing, oh, no, please don't delete. One thing that I know, at least how I feel, is that I want my taxes to be going to the places that need them, and that is, I don't know, water. So it's very helpful being able to be in City Skylines and knowing that increasing up into 12 for the taxes is like effective. Okay. It's my friend just messaged me like, do you want me to pick up anything? No. So if you'd like snacks. I actually live right next to like a grocery store, so it is very helpful for that. I think actually for the drain pipe, I do kind of like having it in this area because of the less pollution. So I think I am going to go with that. And then we can delete this infrastructure. And then our water seems to be dealt with ideally now. So we can turn down our budget. Okay, having high taxes is a complicated thing because it is important to have taxes, but it's also kind of just like, no thank you. Don't charge me that much. Like, I actually helped with my tax refund this year. Yeah. And so part of that was being like, oh my goodness, like, why does the government want me to send them more money? Like, you already took taxes for my stuff, but why do you want more? I don't understand. But it's also, like, fair because we can't survive as an economy. I know toll roads are helpful, game. It looks... We're having some abandonment because of needing to have more people and more customers. We should also possibly... One thing I'm noticing is expand the number of bridge. I'm going to go to wide sidewalks. And I'm going to... I would like to bridge, but that... I would like to bridge. So something that I actually learned about City Skylines, which is really cool, is that you can, like, page up is what... you can, like, page up to create the kind of look, and then you can go ahead and, like, page down. So that will create the look that we want there. And then it already is doing the page up kind of thing that we like there. So I like that. All right. 1 second. My friend asking again about food. Since I live close to the grocery store, there's like, oh, there's a really nice bakery at the grocery store. So there's like, you can, I can go pick up. I'm just like, no. I'm good. Thank you. See, home cooked meals are definitely the best, Miss Stanny. Like, definitely. I'm thinking that so with this bridge, that takes me back to needing to do junctions. Because priority roading it would be super helpful. And then having it actually set up like that could be very important. Because, yeah, my friends are really considerate. I'm very lucky to have my friends. So I like what I have going on so far. I really like what we have going on. So, I do just kind of want to chill out until 6:30 since, you know, it's only in 10 minutes. But we are addressing, like, the issues that come up with the city as they come up. I know, the city is really coming along, which is really funny since, like, I just started it this stream. Like, it's very exciting how well it's doing. We obviously need to do more connections in here when we have the money for that. And so that's very crucial. Along with expanding our industrial some more is probably going to be very important. Something that actually might be good is the landfill cost 1,000, and I know that getting the landfills in can be very helpful because we will get to a point where our population just like needs it. So I do think I'm going to put 2 landfills in right now. I'm kind of surprised that our city actually worked after our kerfuffle, I guess, at the beginning when we had to take out that bankruptcy. And our taxes are doing good right now. We can't pay back all our loans yet. However, we should possibly create toll roads. That might be a good point. And I don't love this kind of intersection there. Part of me thinks that instead of doing like doing it kind of in the idea of like this, of having multiple bridges to like the same place, I think that might be the best way to handle that kind of like traffic, right? I think that might be the solution. Oh my gosh, our buildings are flooding. Because we need to delete that. Got it. Okay, buildings flooding very bad. Okay, I accidentally deleted a road that we actually need. Okay, so I know this is eventually going to be that kind of road, so I'm just gonna do that. I think the best thing I can do is possibly go in the middle here and do a bridge kind of like this. I think that is possibly our best solution, and we're not getting any flooding, which is important. And then the other thing that we can do is like the same thing, like here, line it up, and be able to do that. And then actually with our infrastructure, I would love to see our bulldozing. We have to check out our electricity. I think we can honestly delete that and have our stuff this way. I think that is good for us. But I'm hoping that maintains our city. We are having a little bit of chaos, but it's okay. That's normal. Chaos is what happens sometimes. I think that this will fix our trouble with intersections, though, which is very important. We don't appear to have major backup on our road here, which is good. I love that. We just do need to get some more people in, so definitely splurging. We don't have the money for another windmill, because if we could get the windmill to like, I think this is as far up as we can get our windmill to residential. So because of that, we'll probably have to do more like commercial or industrial down here, which is going to be an interesting kind of design. We have all this space here for what one might call, what I would specifically like to call residential, which would be good. Okay, we're having a problem with fires. Okay. Yes, so we definitely need to increase our fire stations and all of our services. But it is turning out all right, which is good. I'm gonna mark some things for myself. Like, for example, I would like this to be a park. And also we can go to our natural resources. And this should be a forestry district for our industrial. And then those are the main things that I see. I also want to point out for anyone watching in VOD or live right now, if you'd like to comment suggestions for our district names or road names or like school names or anything, because I kind of love that. I think the customization is always so fun, right? Right now I'm just getting rid of any abandoned buildings. It doesn't look like we have any in our residential, which is good. But yeah. And I can actually go into our districting and mark that this is forestry. Already, just off the top of my head, this will be a park. So yeah, that's awesome. All right, we have 4 minutes. I'm just gonna let it keep going. I think having a little bit more nightlife here would be cool. I'm not sure if I have the nightlife pack. Because again, on stream, I thought I was getting like all the packs, but apparently I wasn't. So that's funny. I'm just gonna keep us earning money now, which I think is probably the most crucial thing. Money is very important. You'll have to let me know if you like the streaming. Apparently, I appreciate all of you saying I have the energy and the personality for it. I try to be upbeat. I think part of the reason that I have so much energy is because like this is new to me. I'm hoping that all of the technology is working out. Like I hope my audio sounds good. I'm glad that like I didn't accidentally mute myself throughout. Everything like that. And so I'm really proud of our city. If you also have like a better name for your city, that's crazy. Oh my god, Miss Danny, thank you for heading straight to my Zoe video. It's about the pros and cons. Zoe is definitely a game that I would also probably, I'd do better at streaming than I would doing like video, because like the stream having like, for example, Miss Danny having you chat with me is super helpful to like keep my energy up. So I really appreciate you enjoying this stream and checking out my other videos. I should probably plug like, hey, if you're watching this and you liked it, subscribe. I know that's something that people are always supposed to say. Subscribing is very helpful to me, but just watching again is so incredibly helpful. And if you enjoyed this, I'm so happy. Like that's crazy. I haven't done a stream in like such a long time. And obviously I'm not perfectly set up for a stream. I know that if we keep doing this, which it sounds like maybe we should, it sounds like it was fun for me. It sounds like it was fun for you guys too. We can definitely do that. Oh my goodness. Look, there's castle. This town is so awesome. I love it so much. I love it so much. This is incredibly cool. So, with 1 minute left, I want to slow down our time here. I want to thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun for me. I hope that this was not like akin to one of my videos, but I hope this was a lot of fun. And if you're interested in more streams, let me know. If you're interested in more City Skylines, if you're interested in Zoe or Beastie Ball, when I had a video on that did surprisingly well. So let me know what you're interested in. We should be going back to regular content next week with the Keatons, with the Lepacy, playing Pleasantview, and 100 Days in Riverview. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much, Miss Danny, for sticking with me through this stream, and I hope everyone has a lovely day. Bye-bye. Now I have to remember how to end the stream. Bye-bye.